that from Willard. But all that being said, very soon this news and this information came pouring in, and I was just looking at all of it, and I found that every time I watched the slap, I smiled. You want to know why? I have two reasons, really. The first reason lines up with this young lady's post. This is a girl that has a social media presence. She calls herself Black Girl Tragic. I don't know what her real name is. She's on TikTok. She is on Instagram. And she has a podcast. And she posted this last night. And, you know, there are some shared experiences of Black women that I wish I didn't have. Yeah, when she posted this, I was like, a lot of times when this happens to young Black women, we are our own defense. And it doesn't even happen always like with, you know, you're at school and people make fun of you, so on and so forth. It can be in your own home. I don't know how many times I have seen videos, TikToks, tweets, people talk about, you know, when they first went natural in front of their fathers, their grandfathers, their mothers, and based on that person's feelings about natural hair, they are critiqued, they are made fun of, they are often asked, is your hair done or what? And it all comes down to this, the relationship between Black women and hair is so tightly connected to the relationship between Black women and how desirable and how accepted we feel in society, that when NDRE came out with that song, I Am Not My Hair, I'm sure we all jammed to it and we all loved it. Woo, it's great. But if you're being honest with yourself, it's a little bit of a lie. Hair is so much a part of our existence as Black women, both being criticized for it and celebrated for it. And so, again, when I heard Chris Rock make that comment or that he had said that to her, I wondered to myself, why would he think it's okay to signal a Black woman out about her hair in this predominantly white environment? Oh, that's because that's what Black men do. And so then when I saw a Black man stand up and slap the grin off his face in defense of this woman, I felt liberated. I felt like somebody had gone back to middle school and slapped all them kids for me. I felt like anytime a man has ever made a sideways remark about what he thinks my hair looks like or what this or that, I took that slap and I applied it to a lot of different situations in my life where, once again, I've had to stand up for myself. And I want to say this too. Chris Rock should have known better because years ago, he made a documentary called Good Hair. And he did it for his little girls because they felt badly about their hair. And he went all into researching the millions of dollars that Black women spend every year, the $1 million Black hair industry. He went all the way back to the roots of Black hair care with Madam C.J. Walker. He went into beauty salons and he went into barbershops. He did interviews with celebrities where they talked about why they wear weave, He should have known how important hair is to the politics of desirability when you're talking about Black women. But at the end of the day, he's still a comedian. He's still a Black comedian. And Black women and the story of our hair and how it looks and how it doesn't look, still an easy joke. And so for that reason, I had no pity for Chris Rock. And watching Will do what he did, I was like, I like it. And I understand it's unprofessional, assault, bibbity bobbity boo, but I'm not really worried about those things.
Now, Stephco opened up the door to have a real honest conversation. Stephco, if she is not 38, she is almost 38 years old. So that means she's pushing 40. And her childhood trauma of essentially being rejected or not being found attractive by the young boys and men that she finds attractive is using that to justify what Will did to Chris. What Will Smith did to Chris Rock. Now, I have to applaud the Black women in the comment section that are pushing back on Stephco. And even the Black women that are calling her out for her bitterness, animating what she thinks and feels about this situation. And yes, to all of you ladies, yes, Stephco and other women like her are that bitter. Yes, for those of you that asked that question, I saw that comment, right? Yes, Stephco's that bitter. Other women like her, yes, Lexus Exodus, yes, Mahogany Pink, yes, Chrissy, yes, Paris Milan, yes, Chris Logic, yes, Divested Zealot, yes, hashtag Black Women. Yes, all of those women are that bitter. They're that resentful. They're that angry. And because we live in an anti-black society, which informs black men and black women to see themselves negatively and to see the opposite sex negatively, all these women do is pontificate, right? And over intellectualize new and interesting ways to essentially say black men ain't ish, right? So be very clear. Stephco isn't saying anything special. Yes, she spoke about her father and her relationship with her father, and she spoke about this undying love that she admires about Will. Understand what Stephco really is saying. She doesn't like that. She doesn't love that Will loves Jada in spite of all of Jada's flaws. She loves the fact that Will loves Jada because Jada is flawed. Understand the difference. What Stephco really likes is that Jada's flawed and Will loves her. And she loves that Jada is this overtly in your face, disrespectful, and Will still is riding with her. That's some sick, borderline slave stuff. I know it sounds hyperbolic to some of you. I know it sounds extreme to some of you. But I don't think you're putting yourselves in a bitter, angry, resentful black woman's shoes. Even other black women, I don't think y'all are really appreciating what Stephco and other black women like her are really saying on all of these videos. What love looks like to them, for real, right? Stephco told you she kind of likes that idea of, or she at least expressed the sentiment of liking the idea of bad marriage for life, because what Stephco really likes is that Jada could show her rear end and Will is not gonna leave no matter what. Stephco doesn't like Will's dedication to his own principles. To his principles. The fact that he said, I'm not leaving, and it's not really about Jada, it's about me saying I'm not leaving. That's not what Stephco loves. She loves that she thinks, at least, Will is principled towards Jada. It's about Jada. It's Stephco projecting all of her insecurities onto this relationship. The fact that she said she smiled when she watches the slap, because it reminds her of all the times that men insulted her. Not really, let's be honest. It reminds you of all the time that men ignored you, that men found your friend to be more attractive than you, or that men just were not interested. Or, this is going to be frightening. This is even more frightening. Or that men didn't even know that you found them attractive, and they went on about their day. Yes, sometimes it can be all in your head. Right? Why Stephco matters is simple. She may not be the most honest person on the planet. She's definitely toxic. But at least she's somewhat genuine. Stephco is giving everyone with a lot of college educated, either middle to above middle class black women actually think about relationships, about race, about gender, right? About black men. And a lot of you are frightened. Both black men and black women. Black women are frightened because they don't want all of this spilling out. Black men are frightened because they don't want all of this spilling out. They don't want to know. They want plausible deniability. And black women want plausible deniability too. Black men want to act like they don't know that the Stephcos of the world actually think and feel this way. And black women want plausible deniability because they themselves sometimes, oftentimes, think and feel this way, and they want plausible deniability to be like, no, that's not what I think. That's why Stephco matters. She was honest about her feelings. Do you know how frightening it is as a straight black man to think that a woman is still animated by something that she's dealing with from 20 years ago that wasn't physical violence or abuse? That she's still dealing with emotional trauma from not being desired? You're dating her and she's still worried about who did not desire her when she was 15 and 14 and 16 years old. Who overlooked her when she was 17 years old. Right? The jock that she thought she deserved when she was 20 years old and 21 that found her friend attractive. You're the one dating her. Obviously, hopefully you found her somewhat attractive, and yet that doesn't matter, or it doesn't matter enough because she's still worried about who didn't find her attractive when she was 14 and 15. That's why Stephco matters. Her reaction to this, for those of you that are reading some of the comments online from black women who are talking about protect all women, protect black women, protect black women. Understand, Stephco perfectly explained why this matters. Her thoughts, her feelings, better yet, is what these women are feeling and why this matters. And I want all black men and black women to understand, Stephco was a teacher. Why Stephco is dangerous? It's because she speaks well and she presents well and she's witty and she's smart. And she wants a slave. She doesn't want a husband. She doesn't want a boyfriend. She wants a black man or a man to bow to her. She just doesn't have the ovaries to admit it to herself. She wants a black man or a man to come in and just with his mere presence take away whatever insecurities, feelings of doubt, feelings of not being attractive enough, and just his mere presence wipes all of that away. And that's frightening. The Stephcos of the world are your teachers, your defense attorneys, your judges, and your police officers. They're your mothers and your sisters and your girlfriends, your friends, your ex-wives, your wives. You see, she got off on that. I am glad, and so should y'all be, that she admitted to smiling every time she sees it. It's sick. Oh yeah, it's definitely sick. But she got off on it. She also went on to say that sometimes you gotta be in an echo chamber. Understand how that is also frightening. I don't even want to hear an opposing view. I just want people that tell me, yeah, you right, yeah, girl, you right, yep, exactly. We're living in the world where the internet allows us to be in echo chambers, and if we want, we can never have to hear an opposing view. And because of the work environments we're in oftentimes, and how we move about as men or women, black or white, You can spend a significant part of your life in echo chambers and create your own reality psychologically. Notice what I didn't say. I didn't say reality. I said your own reality. The problem is when you come out here in the real world that the rest of us share, and you have to deal with what the rest of us know to be factually accurate and true, and you've constructed your own reality, you shatter. You shatter. Right? Like glass in the concrete, you shatter. When your reality, emphasis on the your part, has to do with the actual factual reality. And so that's the problem with being in an echo chamber. You only want things that justify how you feel. I didn't say think. Stephco is super dangerous because these are the type of women that rub elbows with Goldman Sachs. These are the type of women that become, like I said, your attorneys and your teachers. And she literally was a teacher. Right? We have to applaud her for her honesty, at least in this situation. But yes, black women, understand. See, when your son is telling you how a black teacher is mean to him and horrible to him, Stephco, right? When your son is telling you that his girlfriend makes underhanded comments, Stephco. When your son tells you his wife really hates black men, even though she's married to one apparently, Stephco. Right? When your son tells you he goes on dates with women and they harbor this real resentment for black men, and then they demand that your son becomes the Jesus figure that just wipes away all the sins of previous black men she's dated, and men in general, because the Stephcos of the world don't just date black men. When your son tells you that he's supposed to be the Jesus figure wiping away the sins of the world, Stephco. That's why she's dangerous. But that's why it's important that we keep the camera on women like her so they can tell us what they really feel and think. Gone are the days. This is why Mr. Z tells you the internet is exposing us all. Gone are the days where we pretend like men, black men specifically, are making these things up. Gone are the days like we pretend like black men are making up their experiences with women. Gone are the days that we pretend like black men are making up that these women not only exist, but are this maniacal, that they're smiling at watching an unprovoked assault on TV. And Stephco wants to be in a relationship and married. She wants to have children. She doesn't even understand how these type of sentiments hinder her from being in that relationship, regardless of race. I would argue the majority of white men that Stephco would bring this to would be disgusted with her. They might still have sex with her, but that whole marriage question, out the window. This is why Stephco matters. And I will continue to watch her content. And I will continue to watch Swirler and Divester content. Because the more they tell you what they really think and feel about their blackness, about black men, right? About men in general. Essentially seeing men as walking wallets and overglorified guard dogs. Right? Emotional tampons. Right? the more they tell us, the more difficult it becomes to then play damsel in distress in the future. The more difficult it becomes to play plausible deniability in the future. Because, by the way, and I'm coming to a close now, that's the future route. The game is to be this toxic, and then finally, on the other side of 40 and the other side of 45 years old, to say, well, all I was doing was looking for love. We have your own words from 5 and 10 and 15 years ago that says, no, that's not what you were looking for. And you definitely were animated by something way deeper or way more aggressive and ugly and angry than love. So this is why Stephco matters. This is why her commentary on that slap from Will Smith to Chris Rock matters. And y'all go ahead and let me know what y'all think in the comments. Especially ladies. If y'all want, I'll encourage y'all to go listen to that. To her commentary on this. For those of you that want to. But this was enlightening to watch how certain black women celebrated this in front of the world. And these same black women don't understand why. White racist capitalists are capitalizing on this. How white men, normal everyday white men, are capitalizing on this. How placating black men like Derek Jackson are capitalizing on this. How white racist feminists are capitalizing on this. You're exposed. I said it in another video. You're too loud. You're exposing yourself. And these other group of people will placate you and use you and play you. Not just against black men, because I know many of you are okay with that. Many black women are okay with that. They're going to use you and play you against yourself in the long run. What did DJ Khaled say? Congratulations, you played yourself. And I'll pause it right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Definitely, ladies, I have to congratulate all the black women that called Stephco out in the comment section. And I'll end it right there. Mr. Z out. I'll pause right there.